Visakhapatnam, and I'm today's host for the event, 3-day event exploring electronic cutting edge technologies. And I would like to welcome our today's speaker, who is speaking on bridging circuits and currency, how ECE engineers can revolutionize fintech in AI era. Welcome, ma'am. A brief introduction about our Rekha ma'am. Uh, Meet our distinguished speaker, Rekha Kusumanchi, an accomplished electronic and communications engineer, EC graduate from Andhra University, who has carved an impressive path in the world of technology and finance. With a career spanning over 2 decades in the United Kingdom, this product champion has traversed various domains, leaving an indelible mark in each. Beginning her journey as an ECE engineer, Rekha quickly ascended from building products to designing them and ultimately to championing their purpose and impact. Her career trajectory exemplifies the versatility of an ECE background, demonstrating how core engineering principles can be applied to diverse fields. In recent years, our speaker has focused on the cutting edge realm of banking, finance, fintech, and payments, while also delving into the emerging trends of blockchain and cryptocurrency. This unique blend of technical expertise and industry knowledge positions Rekha perfectly to discuss the revolutionary potential of ECE engineers in the AI driven fintech landscape. Today, Rekha will share valuable insights on the essential skills for critical role of a product champion in bridging technology currency innovation serves as an inspiring example of how ECE professionals can adapt and thrive in the ever evolving world of financial technology. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sunita, for that lovely introduction. And thank you all for being
Ma'am.
here today. Hope you all can hear me properly. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Um, Thank you all for being here today. I'm thrilled to share my journey from Andhra University ECE graduate to a product champion in the fintech world. My career has taken me on an exciting ride from circuit boards to cryptocurrencies and finance, spanning 2 decades and 2 continents. This path has been far from linear, weaving through various tech domains and leading me from shores of Andhra to bustling fintech hubs of the UK. Today, I want to explore how our ECE backgrounds can be a powerful catalyst in the rapidly evolving fintech landscape. The fintech industry is at the forefront of technological innovation, creating numerous opportunities for professionals with our skill set. From roles like cybersecurity analysts and junior product managers to data scientists and AI engineers, the possibilities are vast and exciting. The world is your oyster, basically. Drawing from my experiences across tech and finance, I'll discuss how we can bridge the gap between circuits and currency, especially in this AI driven era. The integration of AI in fintech is reshaping customer service, streamlining payment processes, and enhancing the efficiency and growth of financial services. As ECE professionals, we are uniquely positioned to contribute to these advancements. And by the way, to prepare for this speech, I teamed up with AI because who better to help me talk about the future than something that's already living in it? Don't you agree? AI is being an integral part of financial world with applications ranging from fraud detection and risk management to personalized financial advice. Let's dive in and discover the exciting opportunities that await ECE professionals in the world of financial technology. Whether you are interested in developing fintech apps, analyzing data, or working on cutting edge technologies like blockchain, there's a place for you in this dynamic industry. Next slide, please. First, we're going to look at the intersection of ECE and fintech. AI is indeed revolutionizing the finance and fintech industry, driving innovation across multiple fronts. You can leverage your technical expertise in electronics and communication systems and AI to drive innovation in fintech industry. Next slide, please. So this is an overview of ECE's role in fintech. ECE engineers facilitate the convergence of hardware and software, enabling the creation. Sorry, can we go back to the previous slide, please? Overview of ECE's role. Thank you. Let me start again. ECE's engineers facilitate the convergence of hardware and software in fintech, enabling the creation of secure, efficient, and user-friendly applications that enhance transactions integrity and customer engagement in digital landscape. You all play a crucial role in integrating cutting-edge technologies to create secure, efficient, and user-friendly fintech applications. They leverage their expertise in hardware, software, and communication systems to develop innovative solutions that enhance customer engagement. Your expertise in hardware, software, and communication systems positions you uniquely to contribute to various aspects of this financial sector. You can work on developing solutions such as secure payment systems, blockchain implementations, AI driven financial analytics platform, and you will be involved in designing and implementing robust cybersecurity measures, including multi factor authentication, biometric verification, and end to end encryption to protect sensitive financial data and ensure compliance with regulatory standards. Your skills in data analysis and financial literacy are particularly valuable in creating efficient and accessible financial transaction platforms. Next slide, please. Now let's look at how technical skills and soft skills both are equally important in the world of fintech. Technical proficiency, it means mastery of the programming languages, frameworks enable you guys to develop cutting edge solutions, ensuring robust performance and security. Effective communication for collaboration is equally important, that allows all of us to bridge the gap between technical and non technical stakeholders, fostering teamwork and ensuring that project goals align with the business objectives. Adaptability to market changes is a key thing. If you want to stay relevant, you need to make yourself adaptable to the new trends that are emerging and be responsive in fast evolving fintech landscape. In the dynamic world of fintech, the synergy between technical and soft skills are crucial for success. Technical proficiency drives innovation to develop groundbreaking solutions using AI, blockchain, and analytics. However, technical skills are not alone enough. Effective communication is the cornerstone of collaboration in fintech. As our industry often involves cross functional teams, the ability to articulate complex ideas to both technical and non technical stakeholders is extremely valuable. In the essence, fusion of technical expertise and soft skills creates a well-rounded professionals who can not only develop all the cutting-edge solutions, but also effectively collaborate, communicate, and adapt in the ever-changing technology landscape. Next slide, please. Now, in this section, we are going to look at technical contributions of ECE engineers in the world of fintech. Next slide, please. Okay, now let's look at AI-driven chatbots and NLP, which is natural language processing. These help in enhancing user interaction. AI chatbots use NLP to understand and respond to user inquiries effectively, and that helps to improve the engagement. So when you're interacting with any website out of hours or during the main hours as well, there will be a chat box which pops up on the website, and you can ask the question. So mostly it will be a chatbot which replies to your question, analyzing your question and finding the correct response. If it cannot answer, then it will transfer to a human who can proceed with your request. The next one is operational efficiency gains. Automation of routine tasks reduces workload on human agents so that they can focus on more important things. Security and compliance focus. ECE engineers implement security measures to protect sensitive data, ensuring compliance with regulations like GDPR in Europe. You can also participate with your technical skills in hardware optimization, communication infrastructure, and signal processing skills. So let us look a bit into that. So using hardware optimizations, you can design and optimize specialized hardware to enhance the performance of AI and NLP systems. You can develop custom chips, ICs, application specific integrated circuits, for efficient NLP processing without the need for fully customized design process. That will reduce the power consumption, increase the performance for AI applications. If we look at communications infrastructure, ECE professionals can improve them by designing robust and low latency networks for real time chatbot interactions, implementing secure communication protocols to protect sensitive data, and you can use signal processing to improve the speech recognition accuracy for voice based chatbots. So, this is when you talk with any home appliances like for Google Dot or Alexa. So, when you call out the name, it has to convert the speech to voice and then act accordingly. Signal processing can be used to develop advanced noise cancellation techniques for clearer audio output and input. And signal processing can be used to implement efficient algorithms for real time language translation. Embedded systems contribute to the integration of chatbots in various devices, like designing embedded systems for IoT devices with inbuilt NLP capabilities, developing hardware accelerated NLP processing for edge computing. If we talk about security and privacy, developing tamper-resistant systems to protect AI models and user data can be done by ECE professionals. Creating secure processes for sensitive information in chatbot interactions also can be done. By leveraging your ECE expertise in hardware design, signal processing, and communication systems, you can significantly enhance the performance, efficiency, and security of AI-driven chatbots, contributing to more natural and intelligent human-machine interactions. So that in the end, you don't feel like you are interacting with a chatbot. You need to design in such a way that you feel like you are talking with a human, not a chatbot. Next slide, please. Okay, so secure communication systems. There are three pillars for secure communication systems: encryption protocols, multi-factor authentication, and proactive cybersecurity measures. Let's look at the first one, which is encryption protocols. Designing ACICs and FPGAs for efficient cryptographic operations like AES and PKI reduces latency in high frequency transactions. Let's see how this can be done. ACICs, application specific integrated circuits, will combine several different circuits all in one chip. It's a system on a chip, SoC design. Performing specific tasks with high efficiency allows them to optimize performance, power consumption, and cost. Examples are Ethernet network interface controller, flash memory controller, and this you might connect with more. Some processors, such as GPUs, are composed of many ASICs, Everyone knows that GPUs are designed and used to accelerate graphics rendering, making them useful for machine learning, video editing, and gaming applications. FPGAs, which are field programmable gate arrays, are integrated circuits often sold off the shelf, and they are referred to as field programmable because they provide customers the ability to reconfigure the hardware to meet the specific use case requirements after the manufacturing process. They are commonly used in digital signal processing, embedded systems, networks, and communications. AES and PKI, they are encryptions. AES is Advanced Encryption Standard, and it is a very popular symmetric key cryptography algorithm to protect sensitive data that is used globally, and it is essential for cybersecurity and electronic data protection. PKI is public key infrastructure, and it is used to secure exchanging of encryption keys. So imagine that you are sending communication over antennas and you want to secure them. So the sender will have a private key, and they will give a public key to the receiver, and the receiver can authenticate with the public key and then can receive the signal. Only the people who have the public key can receive that information. In that way, you can make sure that the communications are secure. And that is the simplest form. There are a lot more cryptographic algorithms to make sure that it is very robust so that the hackers cannot get a hold of the sensitive information. If we look at multi-factor authentication or MFA, um, ECE engineers can help in this by doing biometric hardware that creates low power embedded systems for fingerprint recognition or iris recognition with anti spoofing capabilities. You can design secure tokens that will physically authenticate uh, the transactions using a physical device. Context-aware systems, you can implement location-based authentication and device fingerprinting using signal processing techniques. You must have used these settings when you use your phone that will be locked or unlocked with your fingerprint or facial recognition. And there can be some settings to put on your phone that will automatically unlock when you are at a certain location. For example, if you are at home, you can say that leave my phone unlocked. I know not many of us do it these days. Like, we are so precious of our privacy, but yeah, that is one of the options. Now let's look at the third pillar of the secure communication systems, which is proactive cybersecurity measures. How ECE professionals can contribute to this? It can be done by designing hardware accelerated AI models for real time network traffic analysis, self healing networks, by creating fault tolerant communication architectures with automated encryption key rotation, and cross domain innovations combine all these elements together. Let's see how all of these will come together in real world interactions. Secure video communication systems or secure voice communication systems with embedded encryption and lip sync biometric authentication. Quantum key distribution systems integrated with traditional network infrastructure. Many use cases are there in blockchain and crypto domains. Excuse me. If I keep explaining everything in so much detail, we'll be here till tomorrow. So let's move on to see how to secure channel design, how to do IoT in finance. Can we go to the next slide, please? One sec. You all must be aware of what is meant by IoT, Internet of Things. This is the next big thing, and it has been covered in the yesterday's lecture as well. As ECE students, you can use IoT in finance. There are 2 points to it: innovative payment solutions creation and enhanced security measures. To develop the IoT based payment systems, excuse me, yeah, sorry, okay. Enhanced security measures, ECE engineers, you can design advanced authentication systems using biometrics and cryptographic techniques, which will significantly reduce risk of fraud and identity theft in financial transactions. And that can be done through IoT integration. For examples, with IoT connected payment devices, customers can avoid long queues by using self-service kiosks or unattended checkout points where you can scan, pay, and leave without any delay. So there are some supermarkets which have devices that you can take at the end while you enter the store. As in when you shop, you scan the items that you're shopping, put it in the trolley, and after the shopping is done, instead of waiting in long queues, you go directly to certain checkout points where you can connect the scanner to the terminal, and it will automatically pull up all the items that you have taken and added it to your trolley. You can quickly pay using contactless, which will use near frequency communications, and you can be on your way. You don't need to spend time in long queues. And you can also see some wearable technology. So, wearable technology for payments is similar, like you're using your mobile phone to make payments, smartwatches to make payments, or even rings. There are some rings that you can wear on your finger. You can tap in when you go on trains, or you can tap in when you get your coffee, or you can tap in when you do your shopping. And smartwatches will track all of the activity, like how much sleep you're getting, what activity you're doing, how much movement you are having throughout the day, and it will give you some reminders of, okay, you are sitting for quite some time, so now it's time to get up and walk a bit. Yeah, so that's it. So IoT can be used in lots of many applications. Can we move to the next slide, please? Let's see how machine learning can be used for risk assessment. So, in payments, whenever we innovate, we make things easier and more exciting for customers to use them. Similarly, the fraudsters are also looking for ways in to make sure how to take advantage of this new innovative technology that has come into the market. So, fraud detection and prevention are equally important. They go hand in hand with innovative solutions that you come up with. Machine learning algorithms enable instantaneous analysis of transaction data, allowing financial institutions to identify and mitigate fraudulent activities. So, for example, when you travel abroad and use your card to make payments, some banks, they already implement these anti-fraud detection techniques, and they will see that you are spending in a different geographical location than your usual location, so it will ask you for extra authentication. You can either use a fingerprint or facial recognition, or use an OTP, or use a code that comes in your email. Any form of extra two-step authentication can be used to make sure that your cards or your technology is not stolen, it has not fallen in hands of the fraudsters. And you can build lots and lots of machine learning models for different use cases in life. And how the ECE engineers can contribute to this is by designing optimized hardware implementation using FPGA and ASIC's architecture. You can do it by building low latency communications, by developing embedded systems and signal processing algorithms to reduce interface delays in ML driven risk analysis, which is critical for financial markets. You can implement hardware rooted security with encryption protocols and tamper resistant modules to protect risk assessment models. You can create energy efficient devices for distributed risk monitoring in industrial IoT. And you can apply your ECE expertise in signal analysis and wireless networks to pre-process high dimensional financial data, improving machine learning model accuracy for risk prediction. AI's ability to process and analyze large volumes of data in real time has significantly saved a lot of fraud from happening. Machine learning algorithms can flag suspicious transactions before they occur, saving businesses millions of pounds or rupees or dollars annually. Additionally, AI is strengthening cybersecurity measures by identifying the vulnerabilities and adding extra layers of authentication. Imagine an ML machine learning model that we have designed and created is so good at detecting fraud that it will start flagging our test transactions, saying that, oh, this is not an expected transaction. So we need to teach it to not be so paranoid. So we need to make the machine learning model accurate and make it analyze like what are the test transactions, what is a real transaction, how to identify the fraud, and how to prevent them. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, interesting thing, quantum finance. So a few years ago, or maybe a few decades ago, it is just science fiction where quantum computing is only be seen in sci-fi drama or sci-fi movies, but now it is here and it is developing at a rapid pace. In quantum computing applications, it can be used to revolutionize financial strategies by using some algorithms to optimize and analyze complex data sets more efficiently than classical methods. Quantum computing can be used to improve risk management, and quantum computing can be used to transform cybersecurity protocols. So, how it will relate to our ECE expertise? Quantum computing can significantly reduce semiconductor manufacturing costs through several key applications. Let's look at them. Accelerating material discovery and development will potentially cut down R&D timelines by up to 70%. Optimizing complex fabrication processes, which reduce production costs by 15 to 20% through improved efficiency. Enhancing defect detection and yield improvement, potentially increasing production yields by 10 to 20%. Optimizing supply chain management, addressing significant annual losses from inefficiencies. Improving energy efficiency in fabrication plants, potentially reducing energy consumption by 30 to 40%, and automation of VLSI design tasks, cutting chip development cycles by 30 to 50%. Overall, these quantum driven advancements could lead to 20 to 35% reduction in semiconductor manufacturing costs, while also supporting sustainability goals through reduced waste and energy use. There is still some time to get proper clean energy to make it more industrialized, but it is definitely on the way there. Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, let's look at AI. So the main topic is AI is everywhere. Wherever you go, wherever you see, AI is there. Using AI, we can do powerful data analytics. And the three strong points using AI powered data analytics is it is really strong at real time data processing, enhanced predictive modeling, and fraud detection capabilities. In real time data processing, AI can instantaneously analyze huge amounts of financial transactions, allowing the organizations to respond quickly to market changes and customer needs. So, if there is a new trend coming up, so imagine when there were no QR codes in India where you can scan a QR code and make a payment using any of the UPI apps. Imagine a world before before UPI came along. You either need to pay by cash or credit card or debit card or contactless payments. So once UPI has come about, the world quickly had to change to the market changes and adapt to the customer needs. So now everyone gives a QR code for the purchases that you make, and it makes everyone's life so easy and efficient. Enhanced predictive modeling. Machine learning algorithms improve forecasting accuracy, helping financial organizations anticipate trends and make informed investment decisions. So, the first one is to see the market trends and adapt to the customer needs. And the second one is predictive modeling. So, you are trying to predict what the next emerging trend will be so that you are well prepared to adapt to it and to make informed investment decisions. So, you can invest on the trend that is going to become the new thing in the near future or in long-term future. Fraud detection capabilities. AI analytics identify unusual transaction patterns, enhancing security measures and reducing the risk of financial fraud in real time. We talked about this earlier, where when you travel on a holiday to a different country, it will recognize when you start making payments, it will recognize that it is not your usual geographical location, and it will ask you to authenticate to make sure that it is not a fraudulent transaction. Now, how can you as ECE engineers can provide value here is with your expertise in hardware design and signal processing, you can optimize real-time data processing by developing low latency communication systems, enabling faster analysis of streaming data. For enhanced predictive modeling, ECE engineers can implement efficient algorithms on FPGAs or ASICs, improving model performance. Can we go to the next slide, please? Cool. So, blockchain technology, it is there from more than a decade, but it is becoming popular and popular day by day. So, there are two main concepts in blockchain technology. The first one is decentralized security mechanisms, and the second one is smart contracts automation. Blockchain technology revolutionizes data management by creating immutable, decentralized ledgers through linked blocks secured by cryptography. Okay, I have used three keywords in that sentence. Let's look at one of each of them individually. Blockchain creates immutable ledgers. What does immutable means? That means if it is done, it cannot be reverted back. You cannot change it. It is there forever. And the other word I used is decentralized ledgers. What is meant by decentralized ledgers? So imagine from olden days or even from now, a bank. Every bank or every financial institution should have a ledger. And a ledger has, in very simplest of terms, what are the incomings and what are the outgoings, what is my balance, what are my expenses, what are my profits, etc. And that ledger is owned by that particular financial organization, and it need to submit the details to their particular government, where in which country they are in. That is centralized. That means you have a control of it by yourself. But decentralized means that everybody has a copy of the ledger. So imagine everybody in the world having a copy of a transaction happening between you and your friend. So if your friend has given you 1,000, everybody knows that it is given to you. And if there is a challenge, then you can ask everyone to come and confirm that transaction has happened, and there is no way that it can be changed. And the third one I used in explaining blockchain is linked blocks secured by cryptography. So every transaction is stored in a block, and there are multiple blocks which will be linked through chains. So that is basically blockchain. So a chain of blocks. And each block will have lots of transactions in it. And there are cryptographic algorithms which will make sure that no one can tamper with the information that is already stored on that particular block. And its core features of decentralization, immutability, and consensus enable trustless transactions across industries like finance and real estate. Trustless means you don't need to trust on a single entity or a single organization. It is open and everybody knows about it. Decentralized security mechanisms. You, as ECE professionals, can add value to this area by designing tamper resistant chips for secure cryptographic storage, secure cryptographic key storage and transaction signing, preventing unauthorized access to blockchain networks. You can also contribute by developing low latency communication protocols, 5G or 6G, to accelerate validation in proof of work or proof of stake systems, improving network resilience against 51% attacks. Smart contract automation. If we look at smart contract automation, you as ECA engineers can drive advancements by creating energy efficient IoT controllers with embedded smart contract execution for automated industrial supply chain management. You can design FPGA based smart contract processors to achieve 100 times faster transaction throughput for high efficiency DeFi applications. DeFi is decentralized finance. And you can develop secure hardware wallets with fingerprints recognition or iris recognition tied to smart contract triggers, enabling autonomous asset transfers upon multi-factor verification. So, by merging hardware innovation with blockchain protocols, ECE professionals like yourselves can strengthen decentralized networks while enabling safer, faster smart contract implementations across financial, legal, and IoT ecosystems. I once tried to explain this blockchain to a non technical friend. After 10 minutes, she said, so, blockchain is like a digital ledger that is secure because it is distributed. I was impressed that they could grasp it so quickly. Then they asked, but why can't I use it to buy pizza? Well, that is another different blockchain story, not for today. Can we move to the next slide, please? Okay. Hardware security. I mentioned about hardware security models in previous slides, but let's look at it in more detail. Critical role of HSMs, hardware security models, are essential for safeguarding sensitive financial data, providing secure key management, and ensuring compliance with industry regulations. Advanced threat mitigation. ECE engineers like yourselves can enhance HSMs with features like tamper resistance and secure boot, fortifying them against emerging cyber threats. And continuous innovation in HSM design include integration with quantum resistant algorithms, which is vital for maintaining robust security in the face of evolving technological challenges in fintech. Can we move to the next slide, please? Cool, thank you. So we have looked at AI, IoT, what are the different use cases, and how you as ECE engineers can add value to it. Now let's look at how to optimize the AI models that we have created. So one is by improving the efficiency through model pruning, and the other is impact of quantization techniques. So let's look at the first one, efficiency through model pruning. Pruning is nothing but trimming back unnecessary things. So if you're taking out the things that are not needed, obviously the efficiency will increase. But you need to understand what is needed and what is not needed. Implementing model pruning techniques allows for the reduction of unnecessary parameters, enhancing the computational efficiency. And that means it can decide, it can make faster decisions and in real-time financial applications. Impact of quantization techniques. Utilizing quantization reduces model size and memory requirements, which is crucial for mobile fintech solutions and instant transaction processing. By now, you must all know that ECE professionals can contribute a lot in the fields of AI, machine learning, blockchain, etc. Now, let us see the significant benefits in real world applications that will make us understand it a bit more. The first one we can talk about is autonomous vehicles, which is nothing but an autopilot in your car or a self-drive vehicles, which are hopefully coming in the future pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah. So pruning helps with object detection. When you put on autopilot, it will detect an object and it will slow down. Quantization enables faster interface and lower power consumption, and it results in rapid decision based rapid decision making based on the sensor data. That is the first use case, which I'm sure everybody can relate to. And the second one is IoT based smart home devices. Structured pruning removes entire neurons or filters. Enabling complex AI models on IoT devices improves user experience and battery life. You might be thinking of some smart home devices by now while I was talking about it. So let's look at some of them. Smart TV, home security, video doorbell, smart lighting. We have seen in movies where with snap of your fingers, the lighting will be turned on. With snap of your fingers, the music will be turned on, etc. Fitness tracking watches that are so common these days. You can see everyone wearing them, which will track all sorts of data. Personal medical devices like pacemakers are also IoT devices, and smart thermostats. Being in UK from last 2 decades, these are very common in every UK house because they will help regulate the heating in the house. And because of typical British weather, for most part of the year, it is very, very cold. For example, like more than 6 months in a year, it is really cold. And we need our heating, similar to how you need your ACs to work like more than 6 months in a year. We need our heaters to keep us warm. Cool. Another statistic about impact of AI will be that AI is expected to power 95% of customer interactions in the financial sector pretty soon. This shift allows for more personalized services like 24 by 7 customer support through AI driven chatbots. You can get personalized financial advice and product recommendations, which suits your needs, and a very streamlined onboarding process when you take any new financial product. Can we move to the next slide, please? Thank you. Okay, so we have looked at predictive trends. Now, so predictive trends will enable us to see what is coming in future or predict what is coming in future and adjust our investment opportunities so that we can adapt more. Now we are going to look at predictive maintenance. So for the systems which are already in place, we need to implement some predictive maintenance that will allow financial institutions to anticipate equipment failures, optimize maintenance schedules, and significantly reduce operational costs. By leveraging your expertise in hardware, signal processing, and communication systems, ECE professionals play a crucial role in developing and implementing effective predictive maintenance solutions. Some real world applications that will bring this to life is early identification of potential faults, allowing for preventive maintenance for power networks. So before the power goes out, you will know that, okay, there is something wrong in this power line, and you will do your maintenance and it will stabilize. And the second one is Rolls-Royce. I'm sure everybody knows about the Rolls-Royce company and lovely cars. Rolls-Royce uses AI-powered predictive maintenance in their Whispering Jets program, and that will analyze vast amounts of data from aircraft engines, predict potential issues before they lead to any failures in their aircrafts, and they will optimize the maintenance schedules and reduce unplanned downtime. Can we move to the next slide, please? Thank you. So till now, we have looked at emerging technologies and how ECE expertise can help add value to them. So that is the technical skill set. Now we are going to look at how soft skills are essentials for a successful career abroad. Soft skills are indeed critical for career success, personal growth, and building strong relationships, both professionally and personally. These skills often differentiate a top performer and leader in any field. Some soft skills that complement your technical expertise are communication, which will let you to clearly explain your concepts to non-technical stakeholders; teamwork, where you will collaborate effectively in cross-functional teams; adaptability, that lets you embrace change in rapidly evolving technological landscapes; problem solving, where you can approach challenges with creativity and resilience and not giving up; emotional intelligence, that lets you understand and manage one's own emotions and the emotions of the others that you're working with; leadership, where you can inspire and guide the teams towards common goals; time management teaches you to prioritize tasks and meeting deadlines in high pressure environments, which is a life skill, I would say; continuous learning, this goes without saying anything. Staying curious and open to new ideas and technologies, learning about them, staying ahead of all the technological advancements is very key to your success. Can we move to the next slide, please? Thank you. Okay. So the first one that I would like to talk about in soft skills section is customer centric thinking. What is customer centric thinking? If you haven't heard of it till now, it is very important that you listen to this carefully and maybe do some research on your own as well. There are three important things in customer centric thinking where you will focus more on user research, empathy in the design, and iterative testing benefits. Let's look at each of them in more detail. User research provides essential insights into customer needs and pain points, enabling businesses to create products that truly resonate with their target audience. It helps identify user expectations and informs design decisions, leading to more successful and user friendly products. Empathy in design. Empathy is the cornerstone of human centered design. It's like being human. You need to show the empathy. And that will allow the designers to see the world through the user's eyes. It's like walking in their shoes. It fosters a deep understanding of user challenges and needs, leading to more intuitive and satisfying product experiences. Empathetic designs result in stronger communication, customer relationships, and increased success in the market. You might think that empathy is similar to sympathy, right? But from the context of design thinking, they are very different. Let me explain a bit on that. Empathy means it involves deep understanding and sharing user feelings, needs, and perspectives that allows us to see the world through their eyes. On the other hand, sympathy is about showing concern from someone's well being without necessarily experiencing what they do. Empathy drives connection with the users, while sympathy often involves a sense of detachment, like offering comfort from a distance. Empathy places the user at the center of the design process, focusing on their specific needs and challenges, whereas sympathy often involves projecting one's own feelings onto others, which can be less effective in understanding true user experiences. Now let's look at iterative testing. What does iterative mean? It is going again and again and again. You iterate and iterate to better product with every cycle. Iterative testing and designing enables continuous product improvement through regular user feedback. So you release a first version of the product, ask the users to test it, give you the feedback, implement the feedback, and then test it again, implement the feedback, and then test it again. So that makes sure that the product is something that the users love to use. It is very useful and very efficient. That means the product adoption will increase rapidly, your profit margins will go up, and customer satisfaction and customer retention will grow up massively. And also, it reduces the risk of costly mistakes. So imagine you are building a product, you didn't test with any of the users, you are building with from your own perspective. And when you released into the market, you realize, uh-oh, this is not the product that the customers want to begin with. But you can't do anything. Like, you have built the whole product, you have spent the budget, and it might be a costly mistake. But if you iteratively ask the user to test it and provide the feedback, then the product will evolve into a much better version. By integrating all these elements, businesses can create products that not only meet the functional requirements, but also deliver memorable experiences. To bring it to life, Oyo, everyone must know about Oyo, right? It is an excellent example of customer centric thinking. Oyo identified a key customer need, which is affordable and quality accommodations. So they developed an online platform to address this. They later adopted a franchise model. Um, this is adaptability to the trends. They later adopted franchise model to reduce costs and provide customers with better options, demonstrating empathy by truly understanding and addressing customer pain points. Can we move to the next slide, please? Cool. Communication skills. Communication is a cornerstone for any person, whether they are in pure electronics field, whether they are in technology or they are working as a lawyer, anything, any profession, communication is a cornerstone for any person. You need to be very clear in what you're communicating. ECE, as ECE engineers, most of us will be working on technical products. So it is very important to explain and simplify complex technical jargon to make sure that functional stakeholders or non technical stakeholders can easily understand what you are talking about. For example, take Maruti Suzuki in India. They ensure that their communications are translated into 45 to 50 languages, demonstrating the importance of clarity across diverse linguistic background in India. Spotify's user design, which presents complex music recommendation algorithms through a simple, intuitive interface, and HSBC's uh, campaign, the world's local bank. It balances global consistency with local adaptations in financial communications. It is a global bank, but it is very local to you. Let's look at documentation excellence. Whenever we build anything, we need to make sure that we document what it is, what it does, how to maintain, how to make sure if any bugs are there, we need to fix it. Effective documentation requires a structured approach, including audience analysis, clear organization, and visual aids. If you look at Rolex, the luxury watchmaker, they strictly adhere to aesthetic guidelines and quality control processes, which are meticulously documented. This commitment to documentation has helped maintain their reputation for reliability and excellence for over 100 years. And FedEx is another example. FedEx as a company has optimized the and documented repeatable repeatable package routing and delivery processes to ensure fast and reliable service worldwide. This documentation excellence contributed to FedEx winning the Logistics Provider of the Year award in 2023. Let's look at the third pillar of communication skills, which is adaptive messaging strategies. What does it mean? You need to make sure that you adapt your communication style depending on whom you're talking with. So you need to tailor your communication style to suit the audience, to ensure that they are engaged in your conversation, they are able to understand what you're talking, and support in your decision or support in your process. And if you look at some examples, Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign, it personalized product packaging for different markets globally exemplifies this approach. So Share a Coke campaign in India versus Share a Coke campaign in US versus Share a Coke campaign in UK, it will be all very different. They will use people or celebrities who are local to them. So Indian celebrities do the ad, US celebrities do an ad, but it is all part of Coca-Cola. So they are adapting their message strategies to connect to the audience more. And Apple, there is a hashtag called Shot on iPhone campaign, but they have shifted and changed it to Made at Home series during COVID pandemic, demonstrating how restructuring existing campaigns can still create relevant messaging and achieve objectives like creating user generated content. Can we go to the next slide, please? Problem solving abilities. Problem solving abilities, the three main factors are critical thinking. You need to think about complex problems and dissect into small issues and find the actual root cause and fix the root cause, not fixing the symptom of the root cause. And collaborative problem solving. Sometimes the problem is complicated or complex and you can't solve by yourself. So you need to collaborate with your team or cross functional team to make sure that you are effectively solving the problem. Sometimes you can solve the problem for yourself or for your team, but it creates another problem or another issue for another team. So you need to collaborate to make sure that you are solving the actual problem and not creating more. And adaptation to change, we have already looked at this, like flexibility in approach of how you solve the problem is very key. Can we move to the next slide, please? Adaptability and continuous learning. I know I have talked about this quite a bit till now, but I cannot stress the importance of this. It is really, really important that we constantly adapt and evolve ourselves to make us relevant in the ever changing world. You need to embrace the technological changes that will change the industry trends. And you, as professionals, must be willing to embrace new technologies, new methodologies, and new ideas to stay relevant. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. I touched upon this cross-functional collaboration in problem-solving abilities. Now let's look at it a bit more in depth. So the ability to work effectively across different teams, different departments, different disciplines is increasingly important in solving complex business challenges. Diverse team integration. There you must be able to collaborate with engineers, designers, marketers to foster innovative solutions and enhanced communication strategies. So we have looked at the three pillars of communications before, and you need to make sure that you're practicing and incorporating more communication strategies. You can try out which strategy works for you and which strategy works for certain set of stakeholders, because you need to remember, like, you need to think of whom you're talking with and what sort of information that they need and how to communicate and adapt your communication accordingly. And collective problem solving approach. This also we touched upon earlier. So we need to make sure that all of us should come together from different cross-functional teams to make sure that we are collectively solving the problem. And the problem is solved by a solution that meets both customer, consumer, and the business needs. If we take an example, Google's 20% time policy, I'm sure everybody must be aware of this. Google has a 20% time policy that encourages all of its employees to spend 20% of their work time on projects outside their core job responsibilities. That means 20% of the time, like 1 day in 5 days, I can work on the projects that I am passionate about, that I want to progress further. And that has led to the development of successful products like Gmail, Google News, showcasing the power of cross-functional collaboration. Can you move to the next slide, please? Leadership and influence. Being a leader is very, very important to ensure that you take your team forward together, you build excellent products that customers love, you bring in lots of revenue and increase the profit for the company. And true qualities of a leader are: you must be an inspiring visionary to lead the teams, motivate the teams, and clearly articulate what is the vision that you are trying to achieve. And the second one is ethical decision making. So you need to prioritize transparency and integrity, trust that will strengthen the relationships with stakeholders in financial services. And the third one is emotional intelligence. Understanding the team dynamics, or what is the emotions of the team, how is everyone feeling, do they need any support, or do they need any help, or do they need any challenge to feed their enthusiasm, that will support a positive work environment and a high performing team as well. For example, Richard Branson's leadership style at Virgin Group emphasizes empowering employees and fostering a culture for innovation. This approach has led to the successful expansion of Virgin into diverse industries, from airlines to telecommunications. And we all know Ratan Tata, the visionary, who is no more with us, but he has set amazing examples of being a true leader. Next slide, please. Critical thinking and problem solving, data analysis for decision making, and proactive challenge anticipation. Let's look at them. Enable ECE engineers must leverage critical thinking to analyze complex data, identify patterns and insights that inform strategic decisions and drive innovation. And effective problem solving requires engineers to foresee potential regulatory and technological challenges, enabling them to design adaptive solutions that ensure compliance and enhance user experience in a rapidly evolving landscape. Let's look at some of the examples of how we can, like, what do I mean by critical thinking and problem solving? Imagine a company is facing declining sales. They will analyze customer feedback to identify the issues, implement the changes in its marketing strategy to meet better customer needs. And another example is a multinational company applies critical thinking to optimize its supply chain by gathering relevant data, examining current processes, evaluating evidence, and conducting cost benefit analysis to reduce costs and improve efficiency. And another example is medical professionals use critical thinking to diagnose patients with unique symptoms by exploring various possibilities, weighing in pros and cons of different treatments, and considering patient values and patient potential outcomes. Next slide, please. Emotional intelligence. I'm not sure if everybody has heard of this term, but it is very important. Understanding and managing one's own emotions and those of others is very critical for building strong relationships and navigating workplace dynamics. You need to be self aware of what you are deciding, recognizing personal emotions, allowing you to approach challenges with clarity and composure. You need to have empathy for the people who are working in your team or working with you, working for you, anything. You need to understand colleagues' emotional states, that will foster collaboration, enabling you to build trust and improve the teamwork, and resilience in change management. I cannot stress this more enough. Like, change is the constant, change is constant. Wherever you go, everything changes. Emotional intelligence will equip you to adapt to rapid changes, maintaining the team morale and productivity during transitions in fast paced fintech. Next slide, please. Time management is a very key life skill. It is not only for becoming successful in career, it is important in every stage of life. Whether you are a student, you're a professional, you're a mom, you're a caretaker, you're a voluntary, or you run events, anything and everything, you need to properly manage your time by prioritizing what tasks you need to do first, what are the tasks which are urgent, what are the tasks which give more impact that will improve the overall productivity. And you need to have a clear goal setting. Establishing smart goals provides you with clear measurable objectives that will ensure you are aligned with whatever goals you have set for yourself, and also in fast paced fintech environment. SMART goals, it's an acronym, it's a mnemonic. SMART, S stands for specific, measurable, actionable, repeatable, and testable. So these, you need to make sure that your goals are really smart. We have all experienced the allure of 5 minute break. 5 minute break. I've put it in air quotes because, let's be honest with each other, that 5 minute break will never be 5 minutes. It will stretch into more than half an hour or so. It's like entering into a YouTube rabbit hole or a social media vortex where, when we just meant to take a quick break, we just get lost in hours and hours. So it is very important for us to set clear boundaries and sticking with our schedule to make sure that we are on top of our time management. Next slide, please. Creativity and resilience. Yes. So the core component of fintech innovation is being creative. If you're not creative, then you cannot come up with new solutions for customers' problems. And being creative doesn't mean that you will succeed. You need to be resilient as well. Resilience means you're not giving up. So you need to be creative in identifying a solution for a problem. And if that solution doesn't work, you shouldn't give up. You should be resilient enough to try another solution for the same problem. So the problem can be one, but there can be multiple solutions to solve it. You need to find which solution will fit that problem. And that's where the fintech innovation comes. So if you find a clever, easy, quick solution for a problem that is being faced by many, many customers, that's it. You will be a billionaire in no time. For example, let's look at Dyson. You must have heard of Dyson, right? James Dyson, he drives the Dyson's culture of innovation. And they say the philosophy is solving problems that others ignore. See, you need to solve the problems that others ignore, but they're still the problems. They had led to groundbreaking products like bagless vacuum cleaners, bladeless fans, hair dryers, everything. So it's very important to be creative in your solutions and resilient and not giving up. Next slide, please. Okay, so given that I'm a product champion, I want to quickly touch up on few things that are relevant for becoming a product champion. If any of you are interested in becoming one in fintech industry, The product champion means anything like product director, product manager, product owner. You need to make sure that it is different to project manager who manages the delivery, but product means you are building something from scratch. You are designing a product, you are building a product, you're making sure that the product is being tested, usable, and it makes profit at the end of the day. Next slide, please. Okay, if you are interested in becoming a product champion, then you must be aware of the product vision that is aligned with the company's objectives, the technology that you're working in to successfully design, build, and launch products. And also, obviously, you need to understand the regulatory compliance requirements for the product, depending on the geographical region that you're going to release the product in. And you need to understand the life cycle management. So, the first one, if you look at it again, vision. What is the vision of your product? Define it. It should be clear and not complicated. Everybody should be able to understand it. Second one is life cycle management. So once you have an idea for a product, what are the different steps of the life cycle? Life cycle is nothing but like what are the different stages that needs to be done before that product becomes live to the customers. So first it will be like defining the problem statement, making sure that it is the correct problem to solve, making sure that you're picking the correct solution to solve the problem, making sure you are implementing in the correct way and releasing to the users. And before releasing, remember iterative design. Iterative design and testing is very important. If you want your product to succeed, you need to make sure that you are constantly engaging with the user to ensure that whatever you are building, it is relevant and it is useful and it is innovative and it is simple enough. If it doesn't hit all of those marks, your product might be brilliant, but users might not use it. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. I touched upon this regulatory compliance in the previous slide. So whenever you are building any products, for example, if you're building a product in UK, you need to make sure that not building a product in UK, releasing a product in UK. You need to make sure that you are compliant with all the regulatory requirements of the fintech industry. And it is a complex web of laws, rules, and regulations designed to protect the consumers, to prevent the financial crimes, and ensure the stability of the financial system. You might think that these are all the roadblocks for you to launch your product, but they are there for a reason. They are there to protect you as a business and the consumers and ensure the stability of the financial system as a whole. And the key areas to focus will be anti-money laundering, know your customer procedures, data privacy, and cybersecurity. And to do this, you need to understand the regulatory frameworks, find what are the compliance solutions that you can use to satisfy the requirements, and you need to collaborate with the legal experts. Think about the communication that we have talked about before. When we are talking with legal experts, it is extremely important to be very clear, concise, accurate. Imagine yourself in these scenarios. A global digital gaming company expanding into US market, they must get a state license and federal restrictions for money transmission activities. And a survey has found that 84% of compliance professionals are using or exploring AI and ML for compliance requirements. As a product champion, you should be aware of necessary regulatory and compliance requirements and must strictly adhere to them. Next slide, please. Risk management. Sorry, previous slide. Yeah, thank you. As product champions, we need to understand and implement risk management frameworks that are tailored to the specific product and the industry. Data-driven insights are very important to ensure that you are basing your decisions on the data and not on someone's opinions. If you're basing your decisions on data, then you will be sure to have a successful product. And regulatory compliance, we have already talked about it in the previous slide. Next slide, please. Next one, please. Okay. In conclusion, I'm just going to quickly wrap up in a couple more slides. A unique value proposition for ECE engineers in the world of fintech. I'm sure all of you must be interested in this. So, technical proficiency in fintech, you can leverage your deep understanding of electronics and software to create innovative financial solutions, ensuring high performance and secure users and user satisfaction in fintech applications. Interdisciplinary collaboration skills, we have talked about this, and it is extremely important. You need to tailor your communication, be clear, be concise, and be aware of using technical jargon in front of non-technical stakeholders. Do not use technical jargon in non-technical stakeholders. They do not understand and they will switch off completely. You need to talk their language. You need to convert what does this technical complication means to them in the business world. That is very important. And last one, adaptability to emerging trends. I can't stress this enough. As I mentioned previously, change is constant. You need to continuously adapt to the change that is happening around you to make sure that you are relevant and implement cutting-edge solutions that addresses evolving consumer needs. As ECE engineers, you can bring your technical expertise in hardware, software systems to enable you to develop robust and efficient solutions. Your background in cutting edge technologies allow you to create novel fintech products that can disrupt traditional banking models. With your understanding of cybersecurity, network protocols, and data protection, you can design secure financial systems addressing a critical concern in fintech. You can easily bridge the gap between financial concepts and technological implementation, fostering innovative solutions. And your broad technical foundation enables you to quickly adapt to new fintech trends and technologies, making them valuable assets in the rapidly evolving field. Next slide, please. Yeah, balancing technical expertise with soft skills. It's like a balancing act. You need to make sure you have both. So the first one is integration of skills for success between the technical expertise and the soft skills. I cannot stress this enough. You need to have both technical knowledge and the communication skills or problem solving, resilience, analytical, critical thinking, everything. All the soft skills are essential for you to be successful in your career, and continuous learning and adaptation. You need to make sure that you're learning every single day. You should learn a new thing every single day. It doesn't have to be someone that is above you in your career. It can be from a small kid, it can be from your mate, or it can be from your parent, it can be from your sibling, but make sure you are continuously learning every single day. Next slide, please. Okay, so job opportunities for ECE engineers in the world of fintech, finance, and AI. So there are lots of different career pathways for you to explore. You can explore software development, data analysis, cybersecurity, and in networking opportunities, you can find lots of potential opportunities in fintech events and communities, and you can contribute to the solutions that enhance financial accessibility and efficiency driving societal change. So I am going to give you few roles that you can look at once you want to start your career in this fintech world. You can be a software engineer, machine learning engineer, and you can apply AI and ML tools for fraud detection, personalization, and other applications. You can be data scientist or data analyst who can analyze large data sets to derive insights for financial decision making. You can be a cybersecurity analyst, ensuring the security of financial systems and protecting sensitive data. You can be a product manager, like me, overseeing the development and lifecycle of fintech products. You can be a full stack engineer working on both front end and back end aspects of fintech applications, and you will be using lots of different coding languages and lots of different technical applications. You can be a platform engineer, who will bridge the gap between software and hardware in fintech systems. You can be a solutions engineer who will translate customer requests into product features and functionality. You can be a quantitative analyst, applying mathematical and statistical methods to financial problems, or you can be a blockchain developer, creating and maintaining blockchain based financial solutions. Yeah, next slide, please. Thank you very much for listening to me. Hope you have learned some new things, interesting things, and had fun. Yeah. Keep an eye out and make sure that you remember that technical skills and soft skills, you need to balance both of them to have a successful career in India, UK, US, Australia, wherever you want to go. You need to understand both are equally important. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Rekha. Thank you for providing us your valuable time at early hours of your day, apart from your busy schedule. You have clearly explained with real-time financial examples and strategies to our students how they can, since an ECA graduate can contribute to the banking sector in the present trend of AI technology. So, an ECE graduate with knowledge of AI algorithms can contribute to many fields that we know. But here, uh, I once again thank you that for providing valuable information about the banking sector and how an ECE graduate can get into banking sectors.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Hope we will meet once again on this platform. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been my absolute pleasure. Thank you,
Have a
everyone.
nice have a
Yeah.
nice day.
Thank you.